one thing I appreciate about GlobalVox is that you guys were quick to change. We were on fire for a little bit there after our go live, and GlobalVox was the firefighter who came in. You are precise. I think the precise would be the word that I would use.
So we have Erich Liendo. He is the Chief Technology Officer.
And that's one of the reasons that we had chosen to go to Oracle, starting at this division here, the headquarters in Farmingdale, New York. And when we started on this journey, we'd looked at a lot of different platforms. So we looked at SAP, Microsoft, Oracle, but Oracle seemed to be the standout for us, the one that was the right fit for what this company is all about, because they're also about leading innovation and growing and becoming larger. Right? Oracle has that background of putting a lot of companies together and then finding the strengths. So we do the same thing here. We've had about 5 acquisitions since I've been here in mergers and put these companies together. And because of that, we asked ourselves, all right, now how do we take those software systems and put them all together so that way it makes us a better company and a stronger footprint for our customer? Because that's really what it is about. As we had done the implementation starting 2 years ago with a different implementation partner, we started with the discovery phase, went right through, building the block work to get us to where we were before we went live, which is now about almost a little over a year ago. And there was a lot of struggles, organization. Sometimes, companies that are, I think, hungrier, maybe a little bit more agile, like GlobalVox is. I think that's really what sold us on it at first. But you wouldn't know that. I think we've been together now for about, 8 months?
Yes.
So in this 8-month period, I think that if you would ask me to sit down and talk like this, just in the first month, I probably would have said no.
Good.
But I think we waited to the right point now, because now I think we've learned a lot from each other. So I think that it's almost like we were on fire for a little bit there after our go live, and GlobalVox was the firefighter who came in, not only put out the fire, but also resuscitated a few people along the way. So it has been definitely a good journey so far, and still looking forward to that continued journey.
Tell me something, right? What do you have to say about the services that were provided to you? Were you nervous when you got off the hook from a large organization who was your previous vendor, transitioning over to a smaller Oracle partner like GlobalVox? I'm pretty sure it must be a journey where you must have sleepless nights of your decision making. What provoked you, what pushed you, and how did you feel?
So I'll definitely say that the sleepless nights came with not knowing where we could go with the larger company. I think now the sleepless nights are gone. Right now, I think that working with GlobalVox definitely has shown us that there are companies out there that have integrity, that even being smaller have transparency. Most of the people within the corporation have seen now that we're going in the right direction.
So I would say we are having onshore and offshore setup.
In the same quality of person on either side of it. So it really hasn't been an issue for us. So I think GlobalVox has proven again that not only do they have good management within that, because I think it really comes down to project management, to pick the right people, to put them in the right place. You have your technical and you have your functional people. If you have the right combination, the right ingredients, you have a masterpiece of a cake or whatever you're presenting in this menu.
I would agree. It took us like more than 10 years. It takes a very long time to have an onshore-offshore model. I've also worked as in the capacity of a consultant, where end customers had given implementation to one vendor, system support to another, and IT infrastructure to the third one. And all the 3 vendors or the partners were in co-locations at different times.
Minutes and hours that we lost and we can't get back.
Plus, replacing people is not easy, because there's a lot of institutional knowledge that gets built over the period of time. And later you realize that the skill set he or she has is not in alignment, but they've gained a lot. Or apparently the skill set they had were consumed well enough, and now in the near future, we don't need those skills. But what about the institutional knowledge that was gained? So we do understand the value of having
and stability.
Yeah.
You guys also offer stability, which is unique even for a small company. Because I think sometimes the larger companies, they can hide stability because of the numbers.
Correct.
Right? But in your case, you don't have that ability to kind of basically cover that transparency is there and the stability is there. We We don't have people that I haven't seen once yet where you've said to me that someone's leaving the project that was on the project for so long.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's one of the, I think, downfalls initially for our go live was that during the 2 years that we were implementing and preparing,
You saw a lot of
there was
iteration.
a lot of change. There was a lot of, we've talked about other people
Yes.
within the circle. So, and anything I'm hearing that, we have recommended so far, you guys are working with those companies and people, and I would continue to do so. I think that, there's a large group of people out there, especially because of COVID, working remotely now. Companies are struggling with these projects, and because GlobalVox has that good, I think, happy balance of that 50-50 where they can be flexible, I think then, I would continue to recommend them.
What could have been done different, if at all, if you had a magic wand to change one thing about the experience with GlobalVox? I would also like to hear critics. Anything that you feel that you want to share?
Yeah, I think I would have gone with GlobalVox to start with on the project. That would be my first magic wand. But if there was something specific about GlobalVox itself, I mean, everybody can grow, right, and learn. And I think one of the things that GlobalVox can do, and it's almost like I think GlobalVox does a good job of over communicating sometimes. So maybe some people might say that over communicating is not a good thing. The information that you guys give us, not only about what we're doing well, but also what you guys could do better, right? Where you guys reflect if maybe there was somebody we brought onto the team, which we've had a couple of those where they weren't a good fit, right? We shifted them around.
Good.
And I appreciate that you guys did it quickly. A lot of larger companies will challenge it. By the time you challenge it, weeks have gone by and you've lost good time.
And weeks of build.
And build, yeah, because you know what?
Don't forget
You're
that.
stagnant, right?
Agreed.
So I think that you've done that very well, and I think you're also continuing to learn because I think that you're learning from our industry and you're learning better ways to do it. So maybe it's even more a recommendation in general. I think a lot of times we as the customer, we always think we know better, and I think what we do is we rely on companies like GlobalVox to tell us maybe there's a better way. And I think maybe that's what we'd like to continue to see, and continue to see growth out of GlobalVox is continue to show us the better way. And when we're about to maybe make a mistake, tell us that we're going to make a mistake, and that way at least we know.
So, how has your business been impacted after the engagement of GlobalVox?
Okay, so I mean, like at the top we said the fires, right? But let's dig a little bit deeper. More than just the daily fires, people running around going, the building is burning and everything is falling apart. I think there's trust. I think there's new trust now. Trust in the system. And the system is trusted because GlobalVox has shown that they're capable and they're the right partner for us. So I think that now every department from outside of IT into operations, into purchasing, those areas now finally are trusted that we have the right partner and we have the right system. I think that's been the biggest growth for us. Yeah.
Have you heard any comments from your customers? We never spoke about those lines.
Yeah, and I think that's something, if you think about it, we're customer driven. I think you guys are also at GlobalVox, very customer driven and customer centric, right? Because without the customer, there's no business. So I think that the customers we're hearing from now is basically, they almost want to know, what are we doing differently? And it's funny, we're not doing anything differently, we're just partnering with somebody different.
Got it.
And so we've told them that. So in a lot of cases, they'll ask, so you're on the same system, but things seem to be different. And we just say, it's just the implementer. It's people supporting us now.
Any word for the leadership of GlobalVox?
Well, we'll start right at the top. So Kunal right here, right? So I think you were one of the first people we spoke to.
I remember.
And
that.
in most days, you're the last person I speak to. So I think I always come full circle with you. And not only with me. I mean, I hear this even from the staff within the company. They're very happy to hear that the leader and the owner of the company and the CEO is here in our business often, not hiding off somewhere or doing something else and not able to reach the person. So it is nice to be able to have that down to the project management level and all the way down to the functional guy. It is nice that we have that kind of accessibility.
And any word from your top management? How are they seeing the support? Because on day to day, I think you, as an organization, you have a board, you have a steering committee, you belong to the C-suite, but there are things beyond C-suite too. Are there ripple effects going there of the stability of the system?
Yeah, so NCD was acquired by Palm Beach Capital about 7-8 years ago. Started with Harold Levinson Associates, which was the first company they acquired. And then we bought J. Pollock after that. We bought a company called Westerfeld. We bought another company called Allen Brothers. And then in most recent days, we bought Century Distribution in Maryland. So I think that even Palm Beach Capital, is just like our customers said, so Oracle seemed to have been a challenge. The original implementers seemed to have been a challenge. Our customers were impacted, our business was impacted. But then as we started working with GlobalVox, things have started to change. So they started to also see that not only change in attitude from the executive team, but like I said, they can actually see it almost in the output of the company. What are we capable of doing? For so long, we had challenges in returns, we had challenges in sales, but now all of those things have started to flow. And that well-oiled machine is coming back. Where we were before, we're back again. So it's already seen at the top at our investors. Andrew, this is the one. This is our current partner, GlobalVox.
Thank you, Erich. Thank you.